All right, Dayton, thank you so much for getting on the call with us today and doing this success story testimonial for Alex and his team over at the Creative Complex. To start off with, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody what it is that you do, and we'll go from there.
All right, Scott, sounds good. My name is Dayton Birt, and I am an overseer with the honorary title of bishop of about 70 churches in the eastern part of Virginia, including some around Washington and in a small area around the northeastern tip of North Carolina. So we have a district office in our network, and we just felt like we needed to develop a better identity, a self-identity with some uniqueness. So our name is Redemption Ministries. Our legal name is like Eastern Virginia Conference. But our DBA is Redemption Ministries, and we really needed to put some personality and create some own identity for us. And that's what really originally attracted us to Alex and some of his advertising.
Great. So tell us, when was it that you started working with Alex in the Creative Complex?
Well, first got introduced to him, that would have been in 2014. It was the end of 2013, excuse me. And then he did the work for us and completed it, and we introduced it in February of this year, February of 2015. So 14, we were working on it, and then February 15th, we introduced it.
Great. And tell us specifically, what type of branding did he work on with you?
Well, we wanted we wanted a total rebranding of logo, even how we would convey who we are. So we did, we had to do some work. We were doing a STRATOP, a strategic operational plan for our own self. We're coming up to 100 years as an organization. We just felt like we needed to really stop and look at ourselves and say, how are we doing in our mission and our vision? So that's what really caused us to do that. We reevaluated our mission statement, our vision. We went and looked at our core values. And then we said, we need help on communicating this. And so with his assistance of their team and several questions and the way that they worked through that, they were able to help us put a feeling, not just a face, but put a feeling to Redemption Ministries through our logo.
Fantastic. All right. And tell me a story or a specific time that Alex or his team at Creative Complex went above and beyond your expectations when doing work for you.
Well, Scott, I can say that everything they've done has really been above and beyond. Not only, and I forgot to say, it wasn't just a rebranding. That rebranding included a new website. And we have a major conference every year that attracts about 500 leaders, pastors at Founders Inn, and we felt like that was one of our major public events, and so we branded that separately. And that really was above and beyond. It was like an additional, everything. Alex, when we needed him personally, because maybe we were getting stuck in some of our conversations with a staff member, Alex would step in, get in on the conversation a couple days later, and really help us clarify, what we were trying to do. So I would pretty much have to say everything they've done. In particular for us, it would be the rebranding and the website. They created the website and they created the branding. When they introduced it, I had no idea they would do this, but he kept waiting. Okay, we're going to introduce it at this big event in February. There's going to be 500 people there. I thought we were going to show the logo and then clap. No, he had a professional narration that unpacked how we got to this logo, because it's a drop, looks like water within the word within the world, and it's just really cool. It's unique, catches our eye, and talks about redemption being a renewing, a reviving, a refreshing. a reigniting. And so that's really who we are. We're people who are revitalizing, who are relaunching, which means that you're doing it again. You're bringing life to it again. And that's really what we're about.
All right, that's incredible. And tell me a little bit about how you've noticed what changes have come across since you've implemented the branding that Alex has been able to do for you.
First of all, I want to just say that Alex has a lot more than just what he's going to do for you through the contract that you come up with. For example, you may say, we want you to rebrand us and here's the price of it. I have read everything he's written. I have researched every article, every blog, and he is a genius. I mean, he is an absolute brilliant mind. So I have learned, and our team has grown. It's not that they did something for us and now we have it, but he changed the way that we look at marketing and the way that we look at communicating who we are to our primary audience. And so I would say there has been a change in the absolute core of us. And we discovered through the Strat-Off that communication was one of our major challenges. And so we were right on by needing the Strat-Off. And he has, in fact, we have developed a relationship with him that's ongoing. And he's continuing to help and will speak at our conference this coming year. And we want to introduce him to every pastor within our network, within the body of Christ, because I believe Creative Complex and Alex Miranda are just brilliant. And we've researched a lot of different companies, and there are some amazing companies out there. But to me, the thing that makes Alex Miranda and Creative Complex different is their servant attitude. You will not find an organization, at least I have not found an organization more servant-minded that is there to serve that church and that organization. He is an incredible person. When you get to know him, you'll understand. Creative Complex is an expression of who Alex Miranda is. And Alex is just a great leader, a great father, and a great person. And to me, that's what makes a difference.
All right, and last question for you here, Dayton. What would you tell somebody that may be on the fence about hiring Alex and Creative Complex to work on their branding and their business?
Well, I guess it would be a lot of what I just said. Reiterating, this is not just an organization that's going to do some artwork for you. This is an organization that has the heart and soul of an individual, the founder, named Alex Miranda. And you study his life, you look at the sacrifice, you look at what he did, you look at how he lived, you look at the core values in his life, and you're going to see that in the ministry. To me, that's comforting, and that's very, that's what I want. I want a relationship with an organization. I think you will find awesome creativity. I mean, just amazing creativity, brilliant strategic thinking. He can be on the phone with you, and he can just start thinking with you. And he's brilliant. I mean, he's graduated from a highly reputable school, and he's extremely skilled. His whole team is very oriented towards serving, listening, working with you. And so I found it very easy to work with them, and I would encourage another organization to highly consider it, basically on the core value of Christ-like and servanthood. They respond. They are amazing how they're organized. They will respond almost immediately to your questions and to your needs, and they are relational. You're not just working with an organization to do a project. You're building a relationship that you will find will benefit both parties as time goes on.